$100,000 Santa Anita Handicap draws a record crowd of 50,000 to this picturesque track. As usual, celebrities are all too in this line of thoroughbred, 3 years old and upward. Nearly $400,000 are bet on the big race. That's plenty to risk on a bunch of nags.
Special agent in front by 3/4 of a length. Foxthorn is second by a head. Don Roberto is third by 2.5 lengths. Accolade is fourth by a head. Mr. Bones is fifth ahead. And Granatu. Seabiscuit is on the inside. Special agent in front by 2 lengths. Foxthorn is second by a neck. Don Roberto is third by 1 length. Seabiscuit is fourth on the outside by a length and 1/2. Indian Broom is fifth on the inside by a head. Accolade is sixth. And now Rosemont is moving into contention. Comes Time Supply. Into the stretch. And Seabiscuit on the outside by a head. Special agent is second by 3/4 of a length. Indian Broom is third. And Rosemont is fourth. And it's going to be a driving finish between Seabiscuit and Rosemont. And they're going across the line of it now. And I believe that Seabiscuit is going to outpass Rosemont and win it. Rosemont, Seabiscuit wins it by an old, and Rosemont is second by a length and 1/2. Indian Broom is third.
Entries in the $100,000 Santa Anita Handicap go to the post. Style pace set of Fred Astaire is in the stands. 18 horses are ready, and now Clem McCarthy. Take it away, Clem.
They're off, and first out of the gate are Aneroid and Which Sea. Pompoon and Stagehand are far back, while Seabiscuit is crowded and jostled in the 14th place. With 60,000 fans wildly cheering, Aneroid, Which Sea, and Finalist fight for the lead as the field of 18 thunders down to the first turn. Seabiscuit, carrying the crushing impost of 130 pounds, is still far back, but right now he's jamming his way through the bunch to start a sensational dash for the leaders. Stagehand, also in the rear, plods courageously along, gaining steadily. Thousands cry, "Come on, Seabiscuit!" But Aneroid, nearest the rail, clings to him, and there comes Stagehand, up with the leaders and on the outside. Now that great home stretch duel is on. The 4th place horse in the middle of the track is Pompoon, but he's out of the running as Seabiscuit and Stagehand pull away. And in a neck-and-neck battle, Stagehand, nearest to you, races to a nose victory. Now, in slow motion, you will see the gallant fight between the two great thoroughbreds. Stagehand proves himself America's champion 3-year-old as he sets a new track record, winning the Santa Anita Handicap, richest race in the world.
They're off, plowing through the mud in New York's own Manhattan Handicap. Just nosing out in front is Seabiscuit, America's star horse of the year, the favorite at 6-5. But paddling down the backstretch, Seabiscuit drops behind. Round the turn into the straight, Seabiscuit is lying third, and it's neck and neck between Isolator nearest the camera and Regal Lily. And when I say neck and neck, I mean it. And inches from the post, Isolator sticks out his tongue to win.
The $100,000 race of the century. Fanfare and ballyhoo, tension and argument. Here's Seabiscuit, red pollard in the saddle. Seabiscuit's a 5-year-old grandson of Man of War, the self-possessed co-star of this turf thriller. War Admiral's the prima donna, a 4-year-old son of Man of War. Charlie Kurtzinger's in War Admiral's saddle. And now Paramount News goes behind the scenes with this high-spirited thoroughbred to see how they schooled him at starting from a gate, something War Admiral never fancied. But for once he's quiet alongside his lead horse. Seabiscuit likes to back into the starting gate. He's not a sprightly animal, but cool as a cucumber, they say. Yes, just how to start two horses of opposite dispositions was a big problem for the officials. And for the expected overflow crowd, a special infield guardrail had to be built at Belmont Park to keep them from getting too close to the track. On the right there is the new rail. Now Seabiscuit in one of his final workouts. The cameraman arrived at dawn to get this picture. Even the early bird track clockers hadn't arrived yet. His workouts prepared him for any kind of a race, even on a muddy track. But regardless of track conditions, War Admiral remained the favorite. You get only $3 for 5 bet on him. Seabiscuit gives you 3 for 2. Attention! Exclusive interviews on the eve of the big race. Will you win, Seabiscuit? But War Admiral, he just wouldn't talk.
First pictures of Seabiscuit after cancellation of his match race against War Admiral. Trainer Tom Smith left. Here's owner Charles S. Howard's statement that rocked the sporting world.
We deeply regret the necessity of calling off the special race with War Admiral. But our horse has developed lameness. One of his knees is giving him a lot of trouble. We haven't been able to train him properly, and the only thing to do in order to protect the public, the association, and the horse was to postpone the match until some future date.
So there goes your $100,000 race. Seabiscuit earned $250,000 in 2 years, despite his weak knee, which required no end of patient care by his handlers. But just when he should have been raring to go in his biggest test, he's declared unfit. $30,000 had been spent, and Belmont Park was ready for the biggest crowd in racing history when Seabiscuit was withdrawn. As for War Admiral, he goes back to his stall under wraps, disappointed, but ready for the rest of the summer's races.
40,000 racing fans are with us at Baltimore's Pimlico track as the lead pony escorts War Admiral #1 and Seabiscuit to the post for what is to prove the greatest horse race of the century. And it's to be a walk-up start. There they go. Seabiscuit has the best of it, so no go. Another try. The Admiral breaks first. Again, no go. Together, and they're off. War Admiral nearest the rail, breaks to his usual fast start. But to beat the Admiral at his own game, Jockey Wolf goes to the whip on Seabiscuit and drives him to the front. Now, in slow motion, we show you Seabiscuit in the lead. Racing experts are stunned. Their predictions upset as Seabiscuit gallops to the front at the very beginning of the race. But why not? Look at those rippling muscles, that smooth, powerful stride, as the great California 5-year-old veteran of 83 hard-fought races says, "Catch me if you can." Georgie Wolf keeps his lead over the trailing War Admiral as they pass the crowded stand. And the Admiral accepts the challenge. They fly down the backstretch with ground-eating strides. Jockey Kurtzinger now calls on the Admiral for more speed, and there he goes. He's catching the biscuit. He's got him, and the battle is on as they run neck and neck like a team in harness. coming to the home stretch. Kurtzinger is at the whip on War Admiral, running on the outside. Now it's do or die. Jockey against jockey. True thoroughbred against true thoroughbred. And is the blooded man of war. His grandson next the rail, his son on the outside. But no more is it speed. Now it's heart and stamina. And Seabiscuit pulls away to boost his lifetime earnings to $340,000. Seabiscuit, America's undisputed thoroughbred champion.
Seabiscuit attempts a comeback. Can the ex-champ come back? Is what the fans, including Bing Crosby and actor George Raft, want to know as the field of 8 gets away to a fast start. They're well bunched at the start, with Sun Egret holding a slight lead and Seabiscuit up near the front. It's the first race for the 7-year-old since he went lame a year ago. Seabiscuit's owner hopes to ready him for the $100,000 handicap next month, and his showing today may well tell the story. Halfway down the backstretch, Sun Egret increases his lead, with Heel Fly right on his heels and Seabiscuit third. And now for the real test as they come down the stretch. Sun Egret is weakening a bit as Heel Fly puts on steam. The Biscuit is still running a good third, but hasn't got what it takes to get up there. It is still a good showing by Seabiscuit for a comeback race as Heel Fly goes on to win.
'39 winner, his own stablemate, Kayak II, and 11 other runners. Seabiscuit carried 130 pounds and Kayak 129 as a crowd of 68,000 watched.
Coming down the stretch the first time, it's Whitby in front between Specify and Seabiscuit. Seabiscuit on the outside is second by an X. Specify on the rail is third by a neck. Royal Crusader on the outside is fourth by a half a length. Wedding Call is fifth by 2.5 lengths, and Don Mike. County is next, and Rob. Into the backstretch is Whitby in front by 1 length. Royal Crusader is second by a head. Seabiscuit is third by a head. Wedding Call is fourth on the extreme outside by 3 lengths. Specify is fifth by a length and 1/2, and County is sixth. Around the far turn, it's Whitby going to a drive by 3/4 of a length. Seabiscuit is second by a head. Wedding Call is third, and Can't Wait. They're turning for home now with Wedding Call in front by a head. Kayak is second by a head. Seabiscuit is third by 1 length. And County into the stretch. It's Seabiscuit in front by a head. Kayak on the outside is second. It's Kayak and Seabiscuit head in hand. It's Seabiscuit on the rail. Seabiscuit and Kayak. Seabiscuit and Kayak. They're coming down there, and Seabiscuit. Seabiscuit wins it. A new world champion comes down there. He wins it. And listen to the crowd. All by themselves. Seabiscuit by 2. Kayak is second by 1.
Seabiscuit reached the pinnacle of his career that day, setting a track record of 2:01 1/5. He was retired after the race as the world's leading money winner with earnings of $437,730. Known as well in the West.
In the incredible world of the sport of kings, there was an incredible prince who amazed the world with his unbelievable accomplishments. He was Seabiscuit, grandson of the great man of war. At the beginning of his career, everyone thought Seabiscuit was an ugly duckling grandson, and he seemed to be trying to prove it. As a 2-year-old, he won very little money. As a 3-year-old, Seabiscuit was put in a Saratoga claiming race, priced $6,000, and he went unclaimed. Later that year, he was purchased by Charles E. Howard of San Francisco for $7,500, and that's when his fabulous career really began. Much credit must go to Tom Smith, who trained Seabiscuit, because he suddenly became the top money winner as a 4-year-old, winning $186,000. In 1937, he won 11 of the 15 races he entered. One of his important losses in 1937 was the Santa Anita Handicap. Even so, he showed fighting spirit and real championship form. It was really a close one, but Rosemont had nosed him out. Once again in 1938, he made his bid in the Santa Anita Handicap. At the start of the race, Aneroid made a charge for the lead along with Which Sea and Tribulus. At the first turn, Seabiscuit was a poor 14th. On the last turn, however, the powerful horse pushed his way through the bunch and made a sensational dash, but was nosed out by Stagehand. War Admiral, another great horse, was doing some fancy winning that year of 1938, and so the inevitable question arose, which was the better horse? A special match race was arranged, but the race was never run. Seabiscuit had a bad knee and was scratched.